Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is SincerelyOghosa. If you haven't come across my channel before, I upload beauty, lifestyle and straight talking videos. So if you want to watch more of my videos, please do make sure you subscribe and click that button below, and also click the little bell image thing so you get notifications and be part of the notification gang. Hey, let's get straight into the video. So this is a straight talking video. I wanted to film a video about YouTube. Now I get a lot of people, I get a lot of people asking me about, you know, how YouTube is and how it works and how much you earn. And there is this like misconception that once you're like a YouTuber and you have a sizable following, that you must be making tons of money and everything's perfect, and it's really not like that. And that's probably one of the reasons I had a lot of breakdowns last year and maybe the year before. First of all, like once you become a YouTube partner, I think you have to have like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. You start getting paid because the adverts on the video, before the video, after the video, during the video, the adverts, the little ones on the screen and the ones beside it, that's where YouTube generates income towards YouTubers. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. And that's called AdSense, I believe. And that's where some of the income comes from. Now, AdSense, there's this like really huge misconception that like once you have loads of views on YouTube, you're making so much money because of your views. No, me and Gracie, hi Gracie if you're watching, were talking about this a few years ago, and she broke it down to me in a way that I could understand. And I'd thought this before, but she made me understand it clearly. And she basically said that when you have 1 million views, that's £1,000. And she's right, so it's around about that figure, which just shows you how many views you have to be getting just to get £1,000. Now, like if you're a normal, not normal, sorry, but like if you're in the corporate world, or if you have a 9 to 5, you're probably earning between like 21 and above, right? So on average, you're probably getting like £2,000 a month. YouTube gives you 1,000 views, £1,000 for 1 million views. So basically, you've got to be like Zoella to be making that kind of small income really a month from YouTube. Now, for the rest of us, like YouTubers like down towards the scale who have a lesser amount of views, that really doesn't mean that means really that we're getting peanuts, because we're getting, I don't know, like 100,000 views a month. That's not even like what is that divided by 1 million? It's so much less. So that's the first myth that's I'm busting right now, is that we don't get a lot of money from YouTube. No one really does, apart from if you're a huge YouTuber, and even then it's still not that £1,000 is chicken change, but compared to the work that they're putting in, it's not that much. And it's not that much compared to if you have a real job, if you have a, sorry, not real, but if you have a conventional 9 to 5. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that one way that YouTubers get paid is through affiliate codes, affiliate links, sorry, which can be in videos, so in hauls, and it can also be on Instagram. Yeah, and then on YouTube, obviously, if you click and if you purchase, then you're helping that influencer earn money. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad. That's good. If an sorry, my hands are like crazy, like tanned. I've got like a little bit of you know, like lotion with the glitter stuff in it. Anyway, I've got that on my hands, and I'm rushing, so I don't have enough time to go down and wash them and come back. And anyway, so there's nothing, I have nothing against influencers earning money that way. That's actually good. Like if an influencer loves fashion and they love style, and they're spending time to make their content quality, then there's really no reason why, in my opinion, they shouldn't be reimbursed for their time, especially when if that's what they want to do, you know, as a job, then it's great that their audience can help that become a reality, you know. But my issue comes from the fast-paced sense of social media at the moment. So social media has become very fast-paced. It's like the microwave generation times 1,000. So if you go on Instagram, you're seeing so many, and you're seeing so many style bloggers, and the arena, if you could say that, of social media influencers and of fashion influencers is very saturated, which a lot of people complain about and a lot of people praise. Like I'm kind of in between. It's a good thing and it's also a bad thing. Influencers, if they want to make money from their platform and turn it into a full-time thing, and that's what they want their dream job to be, or for that to be a cushion for another career, it makes it very difficult for them to earn a lot of money. And the reason is the following: for people who do hauls and for people who who post on Instagram, you need to have different outfits all the time. And this is the problem with the situation now. It's just become ridiculous because people feel like they have to post on Instagram every single day because the algorithm of Instagram is very, very different to how it used to be. And so you're fighting to get your followers to pay attention to your content, because if you're not posting regularly enough, your followers won't see your content, and it doesn't come up first in the timeline of Instagram anymore. It can be second, third, or further down the timeline, depending on how much your followers have been engaging in your content. And if you're not posting enough, then you're not getting more followers, your platform isn't growing, and you're getting behind basically on achieving the goal that you want to achieve in terms of your social media platform. And so people feel like, okay, I need to buy more clothes, so that the more clothes I buy, the more outfit pictures I can take, and the more my Instagram will grow. And the more clothes I buy, the more I can put them in hauls, and the more I can make money back that way. And the more my platform will grow, and more brands will see me eventually, and then maybe it can lead to brand deals and sponsored videos and sponsored posts, etc., etc. Like, once upon a time, I know that some of the influencers today that are very, very successful, they have said that when they were starting their platforms, what they used to do in terms of like fashion and stuff is to go to stores, buy outfits, wear them for blog posts or for Instagram, and then return them. And I think brands have caught on to that, or they've caught on to the fact in general that we live in an Instagram generation where people don't really like to wear dressy outfits more than once. So a lot of customers start returning things, which means a lot of brands like Pretty Little Thing and Misguided now have tags that go from the inside of the outfit all the way to the outside of the outfit, which means obviously you can't wear that in a picture, you can't wear it out if you're a normal person, and you can't wear it in a picture or whatever, because you can see the tag. Which means obviously you can't do the old way of, not that I'm saying it's good to, it's not good and it's not bad really, to buy clothes, take pictures and then return them. In a way you are drawing customers they are drawing customers to the business, but it becomes problematic because influencers like myself, who don't have the biggest following, feel like, oh my gosh, like how do I afford all of these clothes? If you go on Instagram, it's just shocking to see how just constantly different outfits than the bigger influencers wear every single day. And I'm not saying that's bad, like they look amazing, but the question is it realistic, and what is it doing to social media influencers as a whole? Like, is it making it difficult to attain followers, and is it difficult to attain in a platform that can be your job? Really, is it difficult now because it's the fast-paced generation of followers want to see different outfits, they want to see different clothes all the time, and that's really, really hard to keep up with. And there was a point where I was really struggling, I think it was last year, where I was just constantly buying clothes, and thinking, yeah, I'll make the money back when I do a haul, or I do this, I do that. And sometimes I did and sometimes I didn't. And you know, that is the nature of business, and obviously, you know, there's always risk involved, and it's also about failing and learning from those failures and making your next decisions smarter and wiser and better. But also at the same time, it's very, very difficult for smaller influencers like myself to gain a bigger following, especially on Instagram. It is very difficult, especially as a black dark-skinned influencer, as I spoke about in my video of Debbie a few weeks ago. Let's not lie, being a dark-skinned black woman in all white spaces is very, very difficult to navigate, to get through. The world of blogging is very, very white, the world of YouTube is very, very white, and a lot of the times brands won't mind working, not all brands, but a lot of brands won't mind working with 20 white YouTubers, and they will be happy to work with only 2 black YouTubers, because in their minds they look the same, they've ticked the diversity box. It's still not giving equal opportunity, and that is very, very difficult. World of YouTube, I've seen personally influencers have 2, 3, 4 times the following, or 3 times, 4 times more engagement, support from their subscribers and followers, and still not being able to work with brands that are working with people who have much less following but are white. So it is very difficult, and there is that pressure, especially if you're a smaller influencer, of trying to keep up with the Joneses, like trying to keep up with the bigger influencers. At the time, I didn't really realize how, you know, a lot of these influencers are getting clothes sent to them every single day by huge brands, and so you're seeing their Instagrams and you're seeing how often they post pictures and the outfits they post, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need to buy all these clothes, I need to keep up. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really trying to discipline myself not to compare, because in that comparison game, I ended up spending so much money on clothes, trying to work hard, create all this content, and I didn't realize that I'm unique on my own. My audience is unique, and so the things that you guys want to see from me on my channel may not be what like for instance, if I'm copying influencer A and trying to put outfits together every single day and do outfit videos all the time like she does, her audience may love that, but you guys might be here for something completely different, you know. And so that means I'm doing myself a disservice, I'm doing you guys a disservice, and I'm making myself broke in the meantime. And it took me a while to realize that let everything happen when it happens. Do you know what I mean? Like this year I don't even have a goal for how many subscribers I want to hit, because I just feel like, do you know what, I just want to make the best content I can make. I want to make the most insightful videos I can do, the most funny videos I can do, make sure that the only person I'm in competition with is myself, which is really difficult because in the world of YouTube, like, you're constantly surrounded by what other people are doing. So it is important to just have some tunnel vision, and I think that's important for every career, I guess, but YouTube is particularly difficult because in your 9 to 5 you don't know how much your colleague is earning and how many targets he's hitting, but on YouTube you can see it. It's on YouTube. You can see how many views people are getting, you can see how many subscribers they're getting, you can see how many Twitter followers and Instagram followers they're getting, what brands they're working with. So it is very in your face, which makes it so difficult, which is I think one of the reasons why some YouTubers do struggle with mental health, because it's just so difficult to navigate in a space where there's constant comparison, where if you aren't doing so well you can see how well someone else is doing, you know. But yeah, that discipline to just focus on self is very important. It's something I'm trying my best to do. Yeah, it's just like to stay in competition with myself, and for you guys, don't get swept up in the hype of Instagram and what people are wearing so much. Like, obviously if it's within your means then it's fine, but if it's not, then please don't. Trends come and go. Honestly, in 2 months nobody will care about that item. Honestly, they won't. You know, for me, I have learnt to be grateful. Like last year I had an amazing year. I traveled, especially like for someone like myself who, like, I'm not a huge travel blogger or anything, but to have the opportunities that I had last year were incredible, and it gave me more of a passion for traveling, and I got to take incredible pictures, and met amazing people, met amazing YouTubers, bloggers, travel bloggers. Like, I have had to work very hard. I've had to work twice as hard for it, but it's been amazing, and my growth has been incredible. My growth on YouTube, my growth on Instagram, and my growth as a person has been incredible as well. But I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that it's not everything that you see that is really real, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that influencers and YouTubers have to do to make pictures look a certain way, or etc. Or the fact that, as I said before, the fact that, you know, people are wearing all these different clothes and you think to yourself, how can I keep up? But one thing I've accepted is that's okay. Like, for me, I think I've just kind of left it in God's hands, and I feel like if I just don't rush it, it will happen organically. And this year, actually, I've been really fortunate, because this year I really wanted to focus a lot on African fashion, because I went to Nigeria in January and I was so inspired by Ankara and the way it can be styled, and lace and gele and all of those things that make up Nigerian traditional wear. And I really wanted to use that to influence my style and also my Instagram feed, because I didn't really see that many people doing it. Not that that was a bad thing, I just wanted to rep it for myself, do you know what I mean? Like, rep the traditional side of my culture. And so I started just like buying material, which is a lot cheaper, and I started wearing, in fact, like just like this, except I didn't buy this, this was sent to me. But the more I was authentic and the more I kind of like just sought my own lane and just started wearing African pieces or pieces that I genuinely liked that were sent to me occasionally, because I don't get pieces sent to me all the time. Bigger influencers do, but I genuinely, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't. But when I'm not sent pieces, then I'm just like, yeah, I won't take an Instagram picture. And if I am sent pieces, then great, I'll go out and make the best content that I can. But one thing I'm trying not to do is trying not to keep up with the Joneses. And I feel like for you viewers and you followers in terms of Instagram and stuff, it must be just I just think it's a bit unrealistic for you guys to be seeing people like me in different outfits, and you must feel like, oh my gosh, like her wardrobe must be huge and she has all these clothes and I want to wear this style too, but I can't afford all of these clothes all the time, especially because fashion is so fast, especially high street fashion. Like, trends come and go in 2 months. Like, it's insane. It's like, how do you keep up with that? And it's simple. You guys can't. I can't. Do you know what I mean? The only people who can are people who have a lot of money, or they've got brands sending them clothes for free, which means that when they do hauls and when they do Instagram posts, they're making back money, which is more because they haven't spent anything, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to like call out anyone, I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and let you know that like it can be very fake, you know. Like, you see people wearing different outfits all the time and you think that like people are rich, and I know influencers who are very, very broke, very, very broke, you know. It's difficult, it's really, really hard. So, you know, try not to get in the comparison game, because it is difficult to see people looking like they're having fun all the time. So try and bear that in mind when you see influencers online. It's not all that it seems. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it useful and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do make sure you subscribe and click the notification button. If you want to watch my last video, it's here. And if you want to subscribe, which I really think that you should, the button to subscribe will be there. Thanks for watching. Bye.